Hello, I'm here with Chirag Fifadra, Gurome's student, alum, and an instructor. Chirag finished his MBA from Kenan-Flagler almost a year back, so this is almost his first year anniversary after MBA, and he took a position at Microsoft in their online services division, and has been there for a bit. So this is our chance to say hello to Chirag. We're meeting at Hobie's in San Jose, in the Bay Area. Chirag has a lot of very interesting insights that he has shared in the past with our students and alumni, and this is a chance for us to ask him about how things are going. So Chirag, welcome.
Thank you.
So how's Seattle?
It's actually kind of like this weather that you see right now. So it's a little gray, it's a little gloomy, but I think the stereotype is a little overdone. It is a beautiful place to be, and it's a fun city. In a way, it reminds me a lot of Silicon Valley.
Okay.
So it's fun.
Okay, great. So tell us about your 1 year hands. What your experience has been. How helpful has Kenan Flagler MBA been for you, and how it has helped out in your current job?
It helped out a lot. So there's two aspects to it. One is business school in general, and then there's specifically Kenan Flagler. And the business school benefit was, just being exposed to business, like the theory, the concepts behind how a business works. So understanding for the first time what is marketing. Like, it's not just outbound advertising, it's product development, it's product management, everything that's involved in bringing an idea through to the marketplace so you can buy it off a shelf, and what's involved in that, what the finances that are involved in it, what are the operational logistical capabilities required to make that happen, etc. And so just getting a better appreciation for everything that's involved in running a business. So that was very useful for me going to business school. Kenan Flagler specifically was useful because being a smaller class size, it was a lot easier for me to kind of take part in multiple different activities and develop relationships with professors and get to know them better. But also the environment was a very friendly and open one, so it was very much geared towards collaboration as opposed to competition. So it wasn't so much of a, I have to get this job at your expense. It's more of, well, how can we help each other? Which I thought was a very useful kind of learning experience to have, to get that the team building sort of feel that all companies claim to be looking for. So that was a good kind of skill set to have, which I think is a unique benefit of going to a school like Kenan Flagler.
Got it. So, and you're at Microsoft, which is the leading software company in the world.
Yes.
And they're doing pretty well with their new Xbox products, and
yes.
They came out. They did this deal with Nokia on their mobile with their mobile business unit. So quite a few interesting things going on. It seems like a sign of new life. Maybe your arrival has helped.
Maybe. I mean, coincidence? Maybe not.
But kidding aside, do you find that Microsoft evolving in just 1 year that you've been there, and do you see a lot of MBAs at Microsoft?
I think Microsoft is evolving, and most any company would have to in changing business circumstances, changing business conditions. Obviously, every company has to evolve to meet different threats, and so the companies that were the biggest threats to Microsoft, that are the biggest threats today, didn't exist 10, 15 years ago, right? A lot of them, and so obviously you have to change to meet different threats and to take advantage of different opportunities. So yes, it is evolving. I think it started before I joined. It has been going on since then. It's a continuous process. So what was the second part of the question?
Well, does Microsoft hire a lot of MBAs?
Yes. Well, yes and no. I mean, if you really think about it, Microsoft is at its core an engineering company, right? So they're the ones who make the money, if you will. That being said, there is, I think, an increased focus on the idea that it's one thing to develop a product. It's another thing to convince people to buy the product. It's another thing to come up with a product that people actually want to buy, as opposed to a product that an engineer might want to make. And most of the times, there's alignment, and sometimes there isn't. And so I think there is an increased acceptance of the role that a business professional would play at a technology company, which is happening at many companies, this realization. So yeah, I think they are hiring more MBAs. I mean, it's not going to be a company that's entirely MBA employees just because of what they do, but yes, they definitely is.
And what kind of MBAs do you normally see? Do you have a lot of West Coast MBAs, East Coast MBAs?
I think just for geographic reasons, you see a lot of West Coast MBAs because it's in Seattle.
Right.
And so a lot of people from West Coast business schools, UW, University of Washington, because it's
Foster.
Because it's a Foster Business School,
right.
Because it's close and there's a lot of alumni,
sure.
both undergrad and postgrad, who work at Microsoft. So I think I am one of the few UNC Kenan-Flagler alums at Microsoft. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they picked me because presumably they thought that I was good. And so
absolutely.
At the end of the day, if you have,
well, we know you are good.
I mean, if you have talent and ability, it doesn't matter where you come from. You should ideally get an opportunity.
Right.
There might be more people willing to go to Seattle and willing to live in Seattle.
Right. So you're enjoying Seattle,
yes.
And you got a place there. You and your wife are
yes.
getting settled.
Yes.
So long term, how does it look for Seattle? Are you planning to move from there? You think you're going to be there for a while? You're going to build your nest there? What are your plans?
So Seattle has a very good quality of life. In fact, when I compare it to the Bay Area, the way I describe it to people is that this place has better weather, but Seattle is prettier. It's more beautiful place to be. So it's a great place to live. Great school systems for when kids are in the future. But it's a great place to live. It's just a great community. It's a very, relatively speaking, it's a very intellectual community in a lot of